Welcome, welcome! It's Mud Dog with the TexasSpaceNavy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And we are going back to Inside Star Citizen this week to show you all about refueling and the new hover quad bike that they have coming out. Now they start off with refueling specifically with the Starfarer. As you know, there's going to be a couple other ships that are going to be capable of doing that later down the road. Now, the only fuels right now that the Starfarer will carry will be hydrogen fuel and quantum fuel. They will only be able to pick this up from stations, just like if you were to go and land on a station with your ship and have to repair, rearm, refuel, all of that. So that is what you can expect with your Starfarer and picking up fuel to go take and refuel a bunch of ships out in the verse. Now, the mechanics behind it are quite interesting. Obviously, first you're going to have to be able to dock with the Starfarer. And then once you dock with the Starfarer, they're going to have an app that you can request fuel. I guess it's going to be similar to what you do now when you land at a space station. And the Starfarer will be able to accept your purchase of fuel. And then once they do that, they will open up their tanks and start pumping fuel. They can pump beyond what you request, and all that fuel will be wasted. So it's going to be up to the Starfarer crew to make sure that they don't waste a bunch of fuel. I mean, otherwise it's not very wise for your pocketbook, you know what I mean? So they will have to decide how much quantanium or how much hydrogen to carry in their 6 tanks wherever they go. You know, they may need more hydrogen because it's mostly in system stuff, but then again, my feeling is they may need to carry more quantum because a lot of smaller ships just can't handle longer distance jumps. Here you can see the docking in action, and then you're also going to see them pump the fuel out as well. So they're going to decide how much fuel here that they want, and the Gladius there is confirming their purchase of fuel. They're getting both quantum and hydrogen, and then the Starfarer itself will start to flip some switches and start pumping the fuel. I think it's overall a pretty good, I'm going to call it tier 1, maybe tier 0 mechanic. Now, they did say you'd be able to break off from refueling if you get attacked, and only whatever's been sent will be charged. So you won't get, overcharged for something you didn't get, or underpaid for something that you pumped out if you're the Starfarer. So, yeah, it's an interesting mechanic. There's a small mini game in there that you don't want to over fuel or over pump out fuel so that you lose any. But it's, like I said, it's got to be like a tier 1, tier 0, something like that for refueling, because I can imagine it getting much more complicated in the future. What do you guys think of refueling from this Inside Star Citizen? Do you like it? Do you think it's not too exciting? Let me know in the comments down below. As you know, those comments help me on the YouTube algorithm, so I appreciate all comments, all likes, all subscriptions. They all help. So here you can see how you can actually pump quantum into another fuel tank. So let's say, in this case pod 2 was empty. They're going to move it over from pod, I think, 4 right there. So pretty interesting. They really want this mechanic online before Pyro gets in, because Pyro's not going to have very many places for you to refuel in, and it is a very large system. So definitely look to have some Starfarers with you if you're going through the Pyro system. I can see this whole sea coming online, trading between maybe Levski and Stanton, and you're going to probably need a Starfarer coming along to at least fuel up your fighters and whatnot, if not even the whole sea. That's a definite possibility that you may face. Also, in the future, there's going to be some desolate systems where nothing is there, not a life form, nothing. And how do you get across that system? Most ships can't do their own hydrogen or their own quantum fuel. So you're going to have a Starfarer help you out, or call one in to help you out. And it'd be a good idea to, get the basics of that system down while you can. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be interesting. This quad core, I don't know why it says quad core. It's a quad bike, quad hover bike. I find this thing kind of interesting now that I've been watching it in action in this Inside Star season. I haven't used it, obviously, because it hasn't released yet, and I haven't had access to it on the PTU. I really hadn't played the PTU that much either. But I have not seen this thing really in action. I haven't paid any attention to other content creators with this bike. Honestly, I wasn't super interested in it because there's not a lot going for it. There's no shields, there's no weapons, but this thing is going to be really quick, as you can see, and extremely stable because of the wide quad setup, the wide grav-lev setup. So it's going to be more stable than the other bikes, and it's going to be pretty darn quick. So it does interest me now that I've seen it a little bit in action. I don't know. What do you guys think of this quad hover bike? Is it something that you want? What do you think it's going to go for? We had this conversation in the org too, my org Texas, which, by the way, if you want to join, we are accepting applications on the CIG site and on our Gilded. You can also drop by our Discord, and all that information will be in the description of this video. But yeah, we're inviting new people in all the time. What do you guys think? How much do you think this is going for? You think it's going for $30, $35? My guess is $40. I don't know why. I think CIG's living up to the inflation going on around the world. I think it's going to be 40 bucks. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. How much do you think this bike is going to go for? Also, something else that is going on right now is Xenothreat. I will try to get you some footage of my org participating in Xenothreat. We're usually very organized and can tackle that thing and just make a mess of Xenothreat when they come in. But I may have to work this Saturday night and miss an opportunity to stream and capture the footage for that. So I do apologize ahead of time. I would love to get that out for you guys. So hopefully I can do that one of these days very soon. If not, you can check some of the older videos. So guys, thank you for tuning in and watching the video. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.